Uh, okay. I think we're live.
Alrighty.
What?
Yeah, we're a go.
We might be live. Not sure. Might be.
Oh,
I'll get a notification on my phone here in 5 minutes.
All right,
I just
gang.
got one.
Well, I guess that means we are officially live. So, welcome back to another episode of the Old Man Gaming Hour,
Or so.
where this week or this month or whatever we're doing here is going to be focused on the rules update today from the Battlescroll for Age of Sigmar. Be prepared. It's not as hefty as one would think for being a December update.
I'd say it's disappointing.
Well, I mean, they fixed a few things, I think, that needed to be fixed. I didn't go through all of the points updates for the armies, so it'll be my first time seeing that portion of it. I only know one person that's disappointed, so. And he's actually here today because he wanted to be. So welcome, Luke, as a
I mean,
part-time co-host.
Part-time co-host.
is it hard time because this is the second episode?
Yeah.
Isn't Luke always disappointing though?
Well, I'm not talking about his actual gameplay. I'm just saying that. Yeah, he's the negative Nancy.
I'm very grumpy wargamer. Yeah, I ranted about it this morning for a couple hours.
Well, before we get into it, because I know he's holding back. I know, I can see it in his face. Why don't we talk about a few things before we get to the main topic, as always.
Okay.
First thing we want to do, what about stuff that we're doing outside of Warhammer? I don't know if we really are.
Luke, you doing anything outside of Warhammer?
Sleeping, eating, thinking about Warhammer. That's what I'm doing outside of Warhammer. So.
Okay, well that's okay. Cool, that's good content. What do you got, Josh?
I just got back. Well, a couple weeks ago, I got back from my trip to Hawaii.
It's true.
And then this last weekend, I just went into L.A. to watch the Lions get fucking jobbed by the referees again.
Yeah.
The game was bad.
Got to fly all the way to L.A. to watch that. But I did go to Universal Studios and almost vomit multiple times because all their rides are designed to make you want to vomit. They're all motion sickness rides. I give it
That's fantastic.
1.5 thumbs down.
1.5 down. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like the park is nice. Every ride sucked dick, unless you're into vomiting. That's about all I've done. I mean, I've done some work, but I mean that's all I've done recently, anyways, is work. So, but that should be slowing down here. It's GT season, so got to get ready for February.
Yep.
What are you doing outside?
Well, there goes Josh again. Something's up with his internet, boys and girls. So
Yeah, he's a little grainy. He wasn't teleporting like he was earlier, but
will you text him to have him rejoin?
I will.
As far as what I'm doing outside of Warhammer, geez, let me think. I don't think a whole lot. I'm kind of getting into this mode where, oh, he's back. Kind of getting into this mode where we're really starting to focus on more Warhammer things because we have some stuff we're working on for February. So I haven't really done much of anything outside, except for the normal living stuff. So, what about? I know Josh was working on something on his desk. What do you got for your work desk there, Josh?
Well, let's start with this. I've been talking to you exclusively about day 2 jerseys that I'm working on for our team.
Yep.
But I did bring a copy of our team jersey to show. Oh, Ricky.
What's up, Rick?
There is our team jersey.
Oh my gosh.
And he just disappeared, bro.
Green screen. It's not going to work.
green
It's not going to
t-shirt?
show up. Hang on.
There you go.
Let me-
Oh, that looks nice. I like
Yep.
those colors.
Did you fix the dice?
Oh, yeah, are the dice correct on this one? Are there dice
There's
on
no
this one?
dice.
No
Oh,
dice.
perfect.
This is our badge for our show.
Ah,
So, and then here's the back.
Is that same material?
is it the same material?
It's similar material, yeah.
Okay.
Different company. So, yep, I've been working on these. I made a couple of tournament director jerseys for me and Jake to mess around with, and then I've been working on a bunch of different things for the team. So, I'll probably post some stuff on Discord, and we can kind of see if anybody likes any of them, or we can change it up and try something different. I've got lots of options, so that's what I've been working on. And I am about, I'm going to say 5 hours from having my Healthsmiths ready to roll, painted, built, ready to roll. That is using a couple of, using Hobgrots from from the Cruel
Just-
Boys.
Yeah, the regular ones. Yeah.
And right now I'm trying a list with Scarbrand in it, and so I'm using my old Scarbrand, even though I bought a new one to paint him so he matched the army. So, but I mean, I'm ready to roll with my entire dwarves, other than the Hobgrots. So, pretty psyched about that, having that all done.
In the other row.
Very nice.
And I should be getting a game in against Jake here tonight, maybe, if we get this done early enough. So,
Yeah. So
I've got a lot going
not
on with that.
long-winded, Luke. That's what we're saying.
says the guy who talks the most.
Yeah. Luke just checks out.
Well, sorry, I'm talking to Rick. I haven't seen the dude in like a week.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah, Rick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jake.
Hey, what's up, man? What do you got? What do you got? Anything on the hobby desk there, Luke?
For me, I've been doing a lot of 4th edition 40K. Some me and my uncle and Rick were doing a lot of, so we've been doing that.
Cool. That's not this show.
I got okay. I got my two. I got my one Hellsmith army set built. It's ready to be magnetized. I started on the other one, and then I kind of stopped, and I was like, you know what? I know I'm just going to be playing Night Hunt, so I put it on pause, and not a whole lot of Age of Sigmar hobbying going on. I got nothing in boxes. I got nothing coming up.
I was just kidding about the 40K thing. I don't care what you hobby.
No, it's just old model.
Yeah, my next hobby is going to be I'm going to finish my Leagues of Votan, I think.
Oh, Space Dwarves.
How about the other project you were working on?
You're screwed.
Give me trouble, Rick.
Oh shit! It's not done.
All I got to do is the trophies and paint a bunch of terrain.
Oh yeah, terrain. I
Yeah.
have some. Oh man,
He forgot. He doesn't
You know
even
how
know where it's
grumpy
at
I
right
am?
now.
you know how grumpy I am about all these Battlescrolls. You know how much more mad I was when I looked back in that tote and there's still terrain in there. I got paint. I was pretty mad.
Well, don't feel all that bad. I probably got 15 tables worth of stuff here that we're working on.
You watch the stream, you'll see.
So, yeah, the only thing that's been on my desk is priming more terrain, because Jeremy dropped off another 4 or 5 tables worth a couple weeks ago. So, like I got a little bit more to prime on the stuff he brought over. He did bring over the rest of the stuff, and we can make 2 full tables out of that Elvish, those Elvish towers that he made one of us for us.
I won't say priming's the easiest part.
Well, it's still a lot.
Yeah, and then you immediately put him in that tote and then give it to your buddy, and when he opens it, he like gasses himself
Yeah.
out.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah, I almost died.
But yeah, so there's a little bit more to prime and a lot more to paint, but we'll knock it out. We got a couple months, and that'll just have to be focused on kind of hard. You need to swing by for a game and leave some terrain to help paint it up. Oh shit, Mitch has offered painting services.
Oh, dude. Well, wait. Maybe not let Mitch paint it because then the rest of the tables will look like total garbage.
I don't care if he paints a good set of terrain up and we paint it fast.
He's really good at painting. Can we just have him paint it all?
Yeah, okay. Mitch, I'll bring 20 tables for you to paint.
I've seen his painting station. He doesn't have the room, but he's got the tools. All right. And he's
That's
got
fine.
the cat companion to do it too. I love his cat.
Oh,
His
the
cat's
cat
awesome.
companion. That makes painting faster, I guess. Did you hear about that, Josh?
No.
Not crickets, okay. This is a podcast. Okay, well, outside of terrain, yeah, that's probably the main hobby that we're gonna do outside of like some army projects. But do we have? Oh,
Hobby, that's just work.
I know that's what I was kind of figuring. Is like that's a lot. It's like a job, but we will work our best at trying to get that done before the tournament shows up. Upcoming events. I know me and Josh talked about a couple earlier today. We have kind of tentatively talked about some GTs that we're going to go to, but those are down the road. AdeptCon being one of them in a few months from now. But
Motion detected at the front door.
the recent ones are they got a doubles tournament this weekend in Howell at the Upkeep Game Store that we talked about, and then there's a singles event at the Upkeep Game Store in Canton, and that's on the 27th. The doubles is the 21st, which is the Sunday, and then the following Saturday in Canton there's a singles event. So if anybody wants to hit those up, I believe there's still tickets available for those. I think you got to buy them through their website, but there's a link in the BCP app for those. And then outside of that, when I did a search for upcoming events in our area, those two were there, and then the next thing was our GT in February. So
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped too. I wish we could play in it somehow, but it'd be
I'm
too
gonna head out. Thanks
crazy.
for letting me on the stream, everyone. Bye.
All right, Rick. See you, man.
All right. See you in like an hour.
So, anyhow, you don't have any other events that you know of off the top of your head there, Josh, do you? That are
I mean, we
recent?
talked about a bunch of GTs, but no.
Well, like through the course of the year, yeah.
Oh,
But I don't think anything like in the next month or two.
I got an email about Aether Force actually doing an event this year. I know they talked about not doing one, and I got an email about it.
Okay.
But-
Do they have dates?
I don't know. I saw the email and I remembered I didn't have a good time at Aether Force, so I
Deleted it?
deleted. I don't think I deleted it. I just stopped reading.
You didn't have a good time. Why not?
I think I talked about.
You guys stayed in like a shitty Airbnb.
No. There was some factors that we're
Yeah.
not going to get into that I did not enjoy that GT at all. And I kind of told myself that I wasn't going to go to the next one, and then they kind of canceled it. But I do know that Aether Force is there, and it's by some of the people who I did enjoy hosting it. So I might go to it if it's different people, but it was pretty weird. Their terrain was weird. They didn't like people moving the terrain. It was kind of like what I expected NashCon to be. Like, don't move the terrain, don't do this. And then they were really set on just the second the timer ends, whatever the score is, that's the score. No talking it out. I got DQ'd, which I'm fine with me being DQ'd, but I got reminded about being DQ'd like 8 times. So I was like, yeah, I understand. I'm not getting any prizes. Thank you very much.
What'd you do?
I didn't have proper basing, it's totally my fault.
Proper facing.
Yeah, my models were not based. They were painted. They were not based. They had black
Face your
bases.
fucking models.
Well, oh yeah, no shit. I didn't say I had a problem with that.
Well, I mean, life lesson, I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah. All my models are based now, so obviously it worked.
All right. Moving along. Oh, I want to talk real quick about sponsors.
Ooh.
We do have a few new sponsors this year for the GT. I'm not going to list them all. I
Why
do
not?
want to. I mean, there's a lot. So, but I do want to shout out real quickly the gold tier sponsors that are
Absolutely.
going to be sponsoring us at that level this GT. So obviously we always first and foremost we'll give a shout out to Gray Matter Gaming and Andy over there.
The goldest of tiers.
Yes, they will always be our number ones. So you can find your mats, your objective markers. They do now sell like third-party dice from Baron of Dice on their site. Also, can't remember the company, but there's a 3D printing company that they have terrain you can buy from them on there. They have magnetic movement trays, which are pretty nice.
I love my objectives.
If I'm not forgetting anything, those are the major things that we get from them.
They make a lot. They do a lot. They're great.
Yep. And so check those guys out. They're always going to be, like I said, they're our number one sponsor. Also on the docket this year in the gold tier is Mimic's Den 3D Printing, owned by our buddy Jeremy. He is supplying a bunch of the terrain for us this year. So, and also kicked in for some prize support. So, thanks, Jeremy. And recently added to the gold tier membership or sponsorship or whatever is a gaming store out of Garden City, Michigan, Pandemonium Games. Been up. What's that?
Love that place.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you've not been in the store, because I hadn't been in there before, super nice, clean store, very large. It's like inviting to walk into. Like, it's, you know, some stores are in weird buildings or whatever, so it feels cramped. This is pretty spread open. And I didn't realize, but in the back of the store, they have a huge gaming area, which they're very interested in working with us in sponsorship so we can promote them because they want to start growing an AoS community out of their store. They got a pretty big following in 40K right now, supposedly, so they kind of really felt like they needed to also kind of boost up their player base for Age of Sigmar. Told them we'd help them, so we're going to advertise for them a little bit and maybe help them get their feet off the ground as far as running RTTs out of there. I think they said they had space enough for 64 players in the store, so that's a huge area to have.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But do want to shout them out because they kicked in quite a bit of prize support this year also. So that's the sponsorship spiel.
Thanks, guys.
Now, as far as the main topic, what we're all here for, we're going to go through the Battlescroll update. And this will be, first we're going to run through the rules updates, and then we'll hit the battle profiles for the points. Again, like we said at the beginning of the show, it's like, it wasn't like a real hefty amount of changes. I think there's some good changes, but not heavy-handed, right? At least that's the feel I got out of it.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like there were a lot of changes at all. Not what I expected.
And most changes were fair. I don't have any problem with any of the changes. They were all.
Oh yeah, they didn't make any changes like when they introduced the Gits carts, and you go, what do they do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was a rule that was in the game before, and they took out, and then they added it back in. But at least they fixed that a little bit here, making it
Yeah.
once per
Yeah.
Yeah.
turn. But yep. So we're talking rules first, right?
Yeah, rules first. And the first new rule that we come across on page 2, I believe, is for overhanging models,
Yep.
which I guess they had to put in at some point.
Yeah. Some people don't understand that you can just rotate the base. And,
Yeah, which but
always.
the thing that stood out that was weird to me was I get the rotes because it's really easy just to twist your thing around if you got models with wings or long weapons or whatever, right? But the part where they say if you have an oval base, you can only rotate it 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Like why?
Somebody was definitely doing like, well, just like do that. It's like what?
Yeah, but
It seems it feels like that was an obvious thing, but obviously it had to be said. I guess someone didn't understand it. They must have got a crazy amount of questions about it, which that's pretty.
Well, if you rotate it on the center, then all of a sudden you could pull yourself out of combat or something, or put yourself in.
Yeah, and it's that just feels like something that should have just been like.
So you just have to turn it completely around.
Yeah, and that
So-
felt obvious to me that you had to do that, but I don't know. I guess someone tried to cheese it and was like, well, I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
I can't end there, so I don't know.
So, anyways, not a alarming change. This is just, I guess they have to spell it out so people there's something written, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what the next one. Next one, the
keyword.
Yeah, the FAQ thing is kind of interesting on this. Like if there's a thing that says a non, and then there's a keyword next to it, it only affects the keyword
First.
directly next to it.
And I feel like they've done FAQs like this, but they've only done it for certain abilities, whereas this one says it for that's an example, and this
Right.
applies to all of them like that. And I feel like they've avoided doing that for a while, and it's always been just one.
Well,
one
and
rule at a
it
time.
is confusing too. Also, like if you have something like this example, and to me that says any non scryer molder,
Yeah.
like a one
Can't be
like a
Scryer
one
or
thing,
Molder.
right?
Yeah, it can't be Scryer, and it has to be.
But
Molder.
has to be molder because molder is a
Yeah.
keyword there. So it's like it's weird how they wrote non and,
'Cause it would
and
have
grouped
to
the
have
two
a
words.
comma after the Scryer for it to include both. But there are other rules that say non-cavalry, non-hero,
Right.
stuff like that.
So-
So this is just the opposite side of the coin of it.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, there's clarification here, and I guarantee 100% this will come up at our GT in February, where it's like someone's been playing a certain way for a long time and just either didn't see this or wasn't aware.
You know, only playing against their 6 buddies in their hometown at their local game store.
So,
And you really only see it with Skaven, because Skaven's got all those keywords, and I can't think of another army that has. Bloomspike Gits has a ton of keyword stuff.
yeah.
So those are 2 armies that I know are a lot of keyworded things.
So we might just have to make sure we reference this document at some point.
Yeah.
But good clarification, though, because this clearly states how it's supposed to be used.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Let's see. What's the next one here? Oh, the strike last timing.
Yeah.
This one was is going to change how people play.
Yeah.
So basically, during the fight sequence,
Motion detected at
if
the
you
front
have
door.
strike first, strike normal, and strike last. Before, I think it was commonly played as the active player would take the first action in the strike last
Yeah.
portion of the phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they've stated that if it's strike last, it just continues in the normal fight sequence of alternating activations. So you won't always be fighting first in the fight's last phase if you're the active player.
Because if you look right above it, it says the opposite for the strike first part into the strike normal.
Right. Well, the strike first has to be active player first.
Yeah. Well,
but-
it says who picks after all strike first, and it says continue.
Oh, the active player
the
goes
active
first.
player. So that's the opposite of what this one says.
Yeah, so the active player picks in the strike first. Once that's done, the active player strikes normal, and then but then it just goes in sequence for strikes last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Weird to me.
I don't have a problem with it, but that's not how I thought it would work, and that's not how
It
a lot
doesn't
of people
make
thought it
any
would work.
sense. I'm not sure why they would do it.
Yeah.
We were talking in the car on the way here, or when I was coming home, and Jake thinks so you don't get 2 attacks, but that's the point of being first.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, I mean, but I don't see any other logical explanation of why they would just go, hey, I get like, hey, if you're able to give something strikes last, like a debuff or whatever, or you're fighting twice, let's say, and you get strikes last on the second fight,
oh
they're just pushing that,
yeah.
like you're active fighting to the end of the
That
phase
makes a lot of sense.
for those units. So in their mind, they might just say, well, we don't want it to be a buff situation. Let's just make it continually
Yeah.
activating.
I didn't think about it like that. 'Cause
Now,
if
I
you
mean,
do-
like, okay, how many things are going to be strike last all at the same time? I don't know how
It's trying to-
impactful
it's trying to
it in the
separate-
game will be.
it's trying to separate the nerf strike last from the buff fighting twice with the second one being at strike last. I didn't think about it like that because if what is it, chosen fight twice, chosen activate fight twice, and you're the last activation, but they have another strike last, it gives them that opportunity to still be able to hit you before you. Okay, I didn't think about it like that. That's
Yeah, I mean, it's
I can see why they did it then. That makes
you're just
some
going
sense.
to have to pick the way you fight a little bit differently, maybe, towards the end of the regular fight phase. But I guess probably doesn't change up all that much.
No, probably not.
You just have to be aware if you're the active player, you're not going to get like a pseudo double strike with your last regular fight and then your first fight's last. So
Yeah, which you'll still get the pseudo fight twice if they don't have any fight last, but
yeah, but at that point they don't have anything else to swing with anyway, so it doesn't.
yeah, so it doesn't even matter.
I don't know. It's not that
It's
big
not
a deal,
not-
probably, but
Yeah, it felt like why would they do this? And now it's like, oh, okay, I can kind of see a reason. So
just more of a weird change to have. That's all.
yeah. Next is 26.0 random characteristic, which there's some new players, I guess, playing AoS. Because I thought this was addressed already. That might have been a third edition thing though when they
Oh
addressed it.
well, I get random characteristics. It happens a lot in Gits, I guess, right?
Yeah, a lot. Well,
got
like
random
run
move.
rolls are random. Gits have random attacks and damage characteristic, and it's like when you declare that you're going to use this fight ability, you roll it, and then you do the stuff. And this one is just do you roll the run after declaring that you're going to run, or can you do it before? And that one just feels like it should be obvious that this unit's gonna run, and then you roll it, so you can't like, oh, what am I gonna get for my run? Well, I'm not gonna use that roll. So I know that's been addressed in like later or early on in third edition. I guess it hasn't been addressed in fourth, technically. So
I think this is a nothing burger. I mean, if a Gits guy has a random move characteristic and he's gonna run, they're gonna roll it together and just fucking move their shit anyways, right?
yeah, because 90% of them and some of those guys.
Because I swear, Josh, if you bring Gits over here sometime or we play and you go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to roll both at the same time, I'm going to be like, fuck no, you have to do it. Roll your random, then roll your run, so it takes 5 extra minutes to move all your shit.
Well, the key is you could go, I'm going to roll my random movement, then decide if I want to run or if I want to spend the command point to make it a 6 on my run.
Yeah.
We don't want you to do that. So you have to say, okay, I'm going to run or I'm not going to run. And if I am going to run, am I just rolling it or am I going to use a command point?
Yeah, because
That way,
you
you don't.
technically would determine the move characteristic first, and then you decide.
That's not what it says.
Do you roll a random characteristic before or after declaring a run of?
Yeah, if you have random movement, regular random movement,
Yeah,
where
you
you're
already-
rolling a like 2d6 move
Yeah.
for your character, like those little gits dudes that bounce around.
Right. Then you have to declare if you're going to run before you roll that movement.
No,
No,
that's not what it says.
read it. It says you do the random characteristic before declaring a run ability.
Yeah, so you need to know your move characteristic before you can declare a run
Do
ability.
you roll a random characteristic roll before or after declaring a run ability? After declaring it, and after all reactions are used. You roll it after you declare the run.
The
And
run.
the reaction is if you want to do a roll, if you want to use a command point to make it a 6.
How is this not talking about how far you move for the run though? For the random characteristic, isn't that the random characteristic?
The
in a
random
run?
characteristic would be if you had Boingrot Bounders and they move D6 plus 3.
Yeah. You have
That's
to
a random characteristic,
yeah.
not the run roll. So you have to go, okay, before I roll my D6
okay.
plus 3, am I
I get it
running
now.
or am I not
I
running?
was like, I thought this was talking about the run roll, and I was
You
like,
don't
this-
roll, like for your Boingrot Bounder, you don't roll, okay, I move D6, okay, it's a 3 plus 3, it's a 6, it's not far enough, so now I'm going to run. You don't get to.
You declare it all up front. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
You go, I'm running or I'm not running. I'm using a command point or I'm not using a command point. Roll the
And you
dice.
roll it all together. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That makes more sense on streamlining all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you had it backwards or something, maybe.
I thought the random characteristic it was talking about was how far you move for the run, but I get it now. I get it.
Yep. Clearly. Which actually happens anyway, just as an FYI.
Yeah.
All the Gits guys already do this. I don't know if maybe some people were trying to be jank about it, but I've never seen where a guy is like,
I don't know. Can't they?
I'm just going to do this
Can most
separately.
of them run and still charge? Like with a
Some
spell or
of them
something?
can, yeah.
Yeah.
Josh disconnected again. I don't know. Maybe it's his internet that's kicking him off.
Yeah,
of there.
because he got a little grainy there again. He's back.
Okay. Well, I got to add him back.
Do all fucking day.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
Nothing.
It just kicks you out. I don't know.
It's like, oh man, they're getting. Ugh.
All right. Next
terrain.
is terrain. Yeah. So
Mitch is weighing in on all this stuff, and he's
yeah,
right
no,
about all
I just seen him. So yeah, I don't know why that's even here. I thought this was already a thing. Like if you're in
What's terrain? I
if
don't-
you're
I
in
don't know what
combat
terrain
range
does.
of an enemy,
Yeah.
you disregard the terrain that's sitting there. You're in combat range.
because you can't shoot into
Awaken Wildwoods.
Awaken Wildwoods, but
And-
because you can if you're in combat, and you can shoot in combat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in
yeah, I thought
combat
they
with
did
it
say
anyway,
this,
you're just fighting normally. Like if there's a wall, let's say if there's a wall in between you and your enemy, you still get attacked through the wall
Yeah.
if you're in
Yeah.
combat range.
I think this is specifically addressing Awaken Wildwoods because Awaken Wildwoods isn't obscuring. They specifically say units can't shoot through them, and it's not.
Yeah, we're not
labeled
talking about
obscure.
shooting. This is combat
Yeah,
range.
it's combat, and that
Yeah.
one specifically says you can't see through it, and not it's obscuring, which obscuring is separate, I think. So, I
Well,
feel like this.
regardless, this is
This is
a
kinda dumb.
rule about being on or behind terrain.